What's going on? Will Freeman, revolutionarylifestyledesign.com, talking to you today about why freedom is overrated. All right, if you're a follower of my stuff, if you are a guy who's been following the men's self-improvement movement, this might seem like a bit of a surprise to you to hear me talking about freedom being overrated. Now, before I get into that, I don't want to say that freedom's not valuable. Okay, I've done articles and videos on why you need to get free, why you need to chase fulfillment, and freedom is extremely valuable. Okay, but it's overrated and it's only useful in moderation, and it's only useful in terms of a few things. Okay, and I'm speaking to you as someone who has got free. I haven't had to work in 3 years. There was a close to 3 year period in my 20s where I didn't have to work because I made a lot of money trading. Um, and I can tell you that having total freedom is not all it's cracked up to be. It's not. It really isn't. Okay. Uh, you can have sex all day with girls during the day. All right. That's going to be really fun for a couple weeks after you quit your job and maybe you got your business rolling and now you have some free time. Okay. You're going to get bored of that though. You're going to get bored of sitting by the beach drinking margaritas. All right. When you see all those digital nomad uh, dream sellers and they got a picture of them with their laptop by the beach, okay, they're not working from that beach, first of all. Second of all, that beach has no internet connection, so uploading a video to YouTube is going to take about three to 4 days in between the internet going down every 7 seconds. Second of all, they're there for like a week, okay, because it's too hot and there's bugs, and you can't work outside. It's too hot. There's glare off the sun. Nobody works from the beach. And when you go to the beach and you just sit there and drink all day, yeah, I mean, if you're coming out of a high stress environment, the first 2, 3, 4 days might be paradise. Your first month in Thailand or somewhere is going to be paradise. But you're going to get sick of that real fast, dude. It's going to get empty quick. It's going to get boring quick. It's going to get lonely quick if you're not, if you don't have a girlfriend or whatever. Freedom is overrated, okay? It only seems that it's so valuable because of the fact that it's restricted, okay? Just like sex, when you start getting sex regularly, right? It's not that big of a deal anymore. It was a big deal when you weren't getting it though, okay? Money, when you start to get financially comfortable, when you adjust to it, it's no longer that big a deal. Okay, it was a huge deal when you didn't have money to pay rent, though. All right. So I'm not saying freedom is important. I'm not saying get free. Don't get free. Get free. Freedom is important, but understand that the freedom that you have in your mind is not what it's going to look like in actuality. Okay. If you're, some of you guys might be free already, so you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, it's like you're sitting in a job, right? I'd be sitting there. I'd be jealous of the pigeons. I swear to God. I was jealous of pigeons. I was working a sales job in the middle of a Canadian winter, minus 40 degrees Celsius one day. You don't even want to know how cold that is, all right, in Fahrenheit. And I'm looking outside, there's pigeons. I'm like, dude, those pigeons don't have to pay rent or make cold calls. I was like, that pigeon doesn't have to make 100 cold calls a day. I was like, that pigeon has a better life than I do. Like selling this product that I hate, with this boss that I hate, and these colleagues that I hate, and these clients that treat me badly. I was like, that pigeon has a better life than me. That was one of the turning points in my life, by the way, where I was like, I'm do or die. I'm getting out of this. I was like, I've had 3 or 4 businesses. They didn't work. I was like, I'm going to do this or I'm going to die trying. I'm not like this one is like, I'm like, I don't care anymore. And I'm getting out, and, getting free was worth it. Right. But I thought like, it would be like, when you get the day off or that you get the long weekend and the trumpets blare and it's like the sun, comes down and shines on you. You're like, you and your boys at work are counting off the long weekend like a month in advance. Yo, dudes, it's only like 3 or 4 weeks till that long weekend. Yeah, what are you doing? Oh, I'm going to the college, man. Like that. And then like you enjoy that long weekend so much. You enjoy that weekend, just the regular weekend so much. You enjoy Friday night because it's the longest period in your week, in your year before you have to go back to work. Right? And then Saturday comes around, you're like, oh man, that went by so fast. Now it's like 2 days till Monday. Okay? Freedom's amazing when it's in those tiny little blocks when you can't get enough of it. But when you have enough of it, you get bored of it. Okay? You get bored of total freedom. Hey, I can travel hey, I'm in Asia. Oh, I can take a plane over here. Oh, I can, hang on the beach here. Oh, I'm telling you, okay? Fun for a while, overrated in the long term. All right? You know what's not overrated though, okay? And what's not overrated, what you won't get bored of, is greatness, okay? Creating a mission for your life, a purpose for your life, with multiple games, with yearly missions for you to accomplish, with a meta mission for you to accomplish that includes your finances, your significance, how much you're going to be able to help your family, the lifestyle change you're going to create for yourself, how high you can go in the world, solving the money problems, so getting your health together. Like the right mission's going to include all of those variables, incidentally, right? I talk a lot about that on my website, revolutionarylifestyledesign.com, if you want to have a look. Talk a lot about mission. This is my mission. I want to help as many of you guys as I can avoid the mistakes that I made, take my knowledge and use it to the best of your ability to minimize the suffering in your life and maximize the amount of joy and good emotions and consistently good state that you have. All right. I grew up a fatherless child. I grew up with not the right direction. By 19 or 20, I was completely unprepared for the world. I want to be able to give every guy from 18 to 45 as much as I know about health, wealth, relationships, and lifestyle. Right. That's my mission. My mission until I'm not here anymore, and never ever get bored of that. I'm frustrated some days. Some days I don't want to do a bunch of technical work. Some days I don't want to edit. Some days I don't want to upload. Some days I don't want to, go back through an article and correct the grammar and make sure the sentence structure is relatively decent, et cetera, et cetera. And some days I've got all these articles in my Evernote that have a lot of good ideas, but it takes so much to chisel them down into something that I can make really digestible for everyone, so that it's at a reading level and a comprehension level that millions of people can understand it. Lots of those things, like frustration, for sure, but never boredom when you have the right mission. Okay, you don't get bored of being great and leveling up. So, what freedom should be used for. What freedom should be used for is, one, liberating yourself from the wrong mission, okay? And working some garbage job is not even a mission. Liberating yourself, one, from, having someone else control your revenue, okay? Liberating yourself from something that is not fulfilling for you, that you're spending the bulk of your life doing. Liberating yourself from an unfulfilling lifestyle where you're not living up to your potential, okay? Getting out of that, being able to build a business, creating your own revenue, and then, when you do step out, you can take that 1 week, 2 week, 3 week, 4 weeks to just enjoy that first taste of freedom while you're still sort of working on that business. Absolutely. Okay, you can travel a little bit now. You've opened up the doors a little bit, assuming you've done everything correct financially. Okay. So freedom will get you out of unfulfillment and into the mission that you want to be, okay? That's what freedom's good for. The second thing that freedom is good for is taking breaks from greatness, okay? Taking breaks from greatness. So, I work 7 days a week, and at the end of the day, I want to relax, I want to unwind, I want to hang out with a girl, I want to read, I want to eat food that's not always healthy for me. I want to maybe have a few drinks with my buddies, okay? I want to be free to maybe travel, pick up and travel anytime. Probably go traveling next week, probably head over to Bangkok or somewhere else in this country, which I haven't even explored all that much. And that kind of freedom is a beautiful thing. You also have the freedom to take a couple vacations a year. And if you're a business owner, you have freedom to take longer. You can take 2 months off a year if you want, or you can take a month off and go live somewhere else. I don't like this 1 week vacation business, okay? Like you want a life that, you know, when they give you that 1 week at your job and you know, you're in the air half the time, and, you know, you actually get 4 or 5 days and then you're jet lagged and all that, that's a mess. You want to be able to go live somewhere else, you know, still do a bit of work just at a reduced schedule, okay? When you have an online business, you can do that. You can do that 2 months of the year. You can have your base, and every 6 months you go somewhere else for a month, live there, work on a reduced schedule, still make money, come back, do it again somewhere else the next 6 months. If you're in Asia, you're $40, $50 way flight from everywhere that you want to go. But it's in a break from greatness, okay? Because freedom by itself, when you're just doing it all the time, you get bored of it, dude. You're gonna get bored of it, okay? You need that greatness. You need that eustress, that productive suffering. You know, the same you get from the gym with the muscle tears and repairing itself. That's the same, you know, you get from hard work during the day. Okay, I'm all for consistent happiness, but to have a consistently happy lifestyle, you have to have some stress in it. You have to have some positive adversity in it. You need challenges, and you need to feel like you're living up to your potential. And you know, if you have a lot of potential, if you're a driven guy, if you've known since you were little that you're born to do something special, okay, then you have to follow the path of trying to be as great as you can. You'll never get bored of that. I guarantee you'll always have new games to play, right? When you put your creativity to work. And if you have the right mission, you can have, you know, games to play every single year within that mission for the rest of your life. Okay. Not to mention, you know, the other games you can add on to that. So freedom in itself, when like I read a lot of these libertarian blogs, and like those guys, I don't think they've been free. I don't think they've lived outside of the US or Canada. I don't think they've been able to live for months or years with passive income or with not having to work. So they value freedom to that level. Like I value freedom a tremendous amount. Okay. But the greatness is what's underrated, dude. Pursuing greatness. Freedom is what is the tool to get you out of unfulfillment into greatness, into mission, and it's the tool to enjoy on your breaks from greatness, because you're working all day, you're gonna burn out. Okay, you're gonna burn out. You're gonna get too stressed. But having that freedom, right, to take those breaks, to take an afternoon off here and there, just having it there, that's a beautiful thing. But only having freedom and only caring about freedom and not having any type of roots or structure or greatness is going to lead to unfulfillment, and it's going to lead to boredom, right? You're going to get bored of everything. And boredom's the first step to depression, right? A lot of guys are walking around in depression, they don't even know it. Okay, they don't even know it. A lot of men out there are walking around, you know, just not able to feel joy and pleasure. And a lot of it's because people are under their potential. Yeah, they're not living up to their potential. The best, I don't know about you guys, but the best times of my life is when I crush something, you know, some big victory where I overshot my potential, where I've been working on that for a long time. I crushed it, or you know, I got some type of achievement on a higher level, or multiple, you know, achievements came in at once. Not everyone's wired that way, but if you're watching this, you're probably wired that way. You're probably a driver, okay? And that's an inborn trait. All this alpha, all this drive, all this potential and stuff, that's inborn trait. I mean, I guarantee you go back to when you were 2, 3, 4 years old, you were a driven person back then. You were a driven little guy, right? I mean, and all the school, like if you still have that now, it means all the school, all the teachers, all the parents, all the getting in trouble, all the not being a good boy and being the naughty boy, like that, all that social shame couldn't beat it out of you, okay? If you're that guy, then you need to focus on being great, dude. Like, there's no other way. That's how nature, you know, or God, if you want to call it, that's how you were created for that, man. And if you don't live up to that potential, if you're not working on that potential, freedom's a cold substitute for that. Freedom's beautiful in moderation. I mean, everything's beautiful in moderation, but achievement, greatness, getting up early, living on that structure, that's the beautiful thing, right? Having that consistency. And then at the end of the day, the freedom, the girls, the other stuff, you know, the vacations here and then as a reward for being great and as a break from greatness in moderation. That's how you use freedom, man. And speaking from someone who's been through it and was surprised, right? I was like, man, all I care about is freedom, man. Freedom is my number one priority. Until I got all the freedom I wanted, right? Until I got all the freedom I wanted, and recognized now, man, it's this greatness. I can't, you know. It's funny. I basically just moved my entrepreneur workaholic life over here. I tried everything else, dude, but it's like that. Greatness does it, man. Like grinding, making it happen, hitting those levels, achieving stuff, dude. I mean, it's just so. If you have that potential in you, man, that's where you're gonna get high off of forever. Okay, I'm telling you that. Have a balanced life, have a rounded life. See friends, see girls, do all that stuff, man. But have greatness as the number one priority. Have the mission as the number one priority. That's what it's about. So let me know what you think about that. If you've experienced freedom, or if you know what your thoughts on freedom are. If you know what I'm talking about, would love to hear your thoughts in the YouTube comments, in my comments at revolutionarylifestyledesign.com, on my Facebook, and even on Twitter, man. Shout me out. Thanks you so much for watching. I wish you all the best in your personal development journey.